With the upcoming Borderlands 4 game dropping in just a month, I thought to myself, what better time to go back and revisit the series? I wanted to see how the original Borderlands games hold up in 2025. So, join me as I take a trip down memory lane and see how Pandora still stacks up. The Borderlands series represents a cornerstone in the evolution of the looter-shooter genre, blending first-person shooting mechanics with RPG elements in a distinctive sci-fi universe. We will be seeing how each entry builds upon its predecessor from the story to the gameplay mechanics. The original Borderlands game released in 2009, marking a pivotal moment in the looter-shooter genre by integrating RPG elements into a first-person shooter framework. Borderlands 1 introduced players to the chaotic world of Pandora, a planet resembling a Mad Max world, setting the stage for a franchise that would explore themes of treasure hunting and exploration. This initial entry laid the groundwork for subsequent games, with its narrative centered on vault hunters seeking legendary treasures, which influenced the series' ongoing emphasis on exploration and combat. But revisiting it now in 2025? Wow, it feels barebones. I had forgotten that there wasn't much of a story, especially compared to the later entries. The gunplay felt dated, and the world looked monotonous. There was no variety in biomes. As you explored a different part of the map, the world looks the same with small variant changes, but nothing obvious. However, the strongest part of the gameplay would be the skill trees. As I reflected on what I liked about the original game when I first played it, I had the most fun messing around with the different skill trees and the different vault hunters. This added to the charm of the Borderlands 1 game. It felt new and different at the time, but it also felt like there was much more that could be done with both the gameplay and the story of the world of Pandora. Then came Borderlands 2 in 2012, and man, the jump in quality is obvious right from the start. The story, way better. The characters, way more memorable. Borderlands 2 refined the things that made the first game popular by introducing more diverse character builds and skill trees, allowing for greater replayability through customizable abilities and a wider array of weapons. General gameplay improved a lot. Guns now hit harder and the damage visually felt more impactful. And this is where we meet.
It's cute that y'all think you're the heroes of this little adventure, but you're not. Welcome to Pandora, kiddos.
Handsome Jack. Some would say an iconic villain in the series. A character that encapsulates the series' strengths in narrative and character designs, as evidenced by his origins, personality, gameplay integration, and enduring cultural presence. His character not only drives the plot, but also enriches player experiences through witty dialogue and challenging encounters. He's funny, menacing, and the glue that holds the whole narrative together in Borderlands 2.
That it? Huh?
By 2019, the series had evolved into Borderlands 3, a graphically stunning, and for me, the best feeling game in the entire franchise. Movement felt smoother, gameplay was top tier, and looting is as addictive as ever. And more importantly, quality of life updates that reduce the amount of time you spent looting, traveling, and inventory management. The fact that in Borderlands 3, you can loot everything and sword gear based on the rarity and being able to fast travel are updates I took for granted when the game first released. But after going back to the older games, there are things I am glad that were implemented in Borderlands 3. But the story. This is where it lost me. I was unable to truly immerse myself into the story And this started from the moment we saw Lilith lose her powers. That cutscene made me feel like, as players, we don't actually play any role in the story. We are like bystanders watching a show play out, and what we do or don't do doesn't affect anything. I could just be overcomplicating this, but after years of trying to figure out why I'm not a big fan of the story in Borderlands 3, that was the best explanation I could come to. Don't get me wrong though, Borderlands 3 is a fantastic game mechanically, but compared to Borderlands 2's sharp storytelling, it never grabbed me in the same way. So, after revisiting Borderlands 1, 2, and 3, it is clear that the series has evolved from a genre-defining title to a multifaceted franchise that balances its innovation with fan expectations. Each game's advancements in gameplay and narrative have contributed to its cultural significance, though limitations such as repetitive elements and mixed humor persist. I will say this though.
Hello, traveler!
Love him or hate him, Claptrap is an essential character in the Borderlands universe, and his humor is necessary. Borderlands wouldn't be the same without him. Overall, the series' ability to adapt while preserving its core identity underscores its enduring appeal in the gaming landscape. Gearbox has proven to know how to improve with each game, especially in terms of combat and quality of life changes, which is why, heading into Borderlands 4, I am not worried about the gameplay at all. What I'm really hoping for is an absolute banger of a story. So, which Borderlands game is your favorite? Do you think Borderlands 2 is king? Or does 3 deserve more love? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this trip back through Pandora, hit the like button, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.